I'm back with another video, and I wanted to address something that is really concerning, and that's concerning the aggressive conservative Republican group. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not prejudiced towards them, but something that I see them doing is they are extremely prejudiced towards people with disabilities, and I've seen them to be prejudiced towards the African American group and prejudice towards people with various beliefs. And you know what? I want to address that. I am a believer in the judge not lest you be judged. A heavy believer, and they claim that they go to church every Sunday. They study the Bible and everything, but in the Bible it strictly says in Matthew chapter 7 verse 1, judge not lest you be judged, or you could be judged in the same way. And so what does that tell you? That they are judging the people that I just mentioned, like the disabled, the African American, and the people who are in various groups. And they claim they go to church every Sunday to learn about this kind of stuff, yet they are doing it themselves. And like when they start taking away services to the poor and disabled, they're judging them. They are telling them, sending the message that, well, what did you do to bring that on? Or you caused your own problems. That is being judgmental towards the people who are poor and disabled. I have seen people, homeless disabled people, get thrown out of public places just for that reason. They were not doing anything wrong, but I seen them getting thrown out of public places. That's judging a person. Getting prejudice towards African Americans, that's judging the group. That's judging those people. Getting aggressive towards people with various beliefs, which all range from their faith or other types of beliefs. That's being prejudiced towards them. That's judging them. And they say they go to church to learn this kind of stuff. But yet every time they step outside of the church, they are prejudiced themselves. They're judging other people. And especially the people with disabilities too. This is another hot spot. Let's say that a disabled person, has a hard time with living independently or holding a job for that matter. When they start taking away services from them, or they start withholding services from them, that's being judgmental. And they say they go to church to learn not to judge others, and they're doing it themselves. And which also brings me to believe that they are going to church just to make themselves look good. And you know what? That's hypocrisy right there. And but yet when it's addressed to them, their faults are addressed to them, they say, oh no, we could never do wrong. We go to church every Sunday to study the Bible and everything. But it does not mean that they're actually living by what that Word of God says. And I'm telling you right now, it just says right here in Matthew chapter 7, verse 1, judge not lest you be judged. Or you will be judged in the same way. Meaning that if you're not judged here on earth, you will stand before God. Okay? And I'm a believer in that. I don't tell people just because of whatever they're going to go to hell. Okay, because you know what? I'm a believer that if you judge like that, then you could be judged in the same way. So, let's say that you tell somebody they're going to burn in hell because of their faith beliefs. Or they go to another church other than what you go to. You know, I mean, everybody, the way that I believe is people, whatever church they go to, they have their ways that they believe in God. So, they have their ways. But from what I've discovered, yeah, they believe pretty much the same stuff, so, but they just have a different way of doing it. And that's their way. And so, it's not my place to start telling them, well, that's wrong. So, because I could be judged the same way that I judge them. Of course, I have friends who are Buddhist. I've got friends who are Nepali. They mostly go to Buddhist or Hindu churches. I mean, some of them are Christian, but you know, it just depends on the situation. It's not my place to tell them they're going to burn in hell. So, and I don't do that. I don't believe in that, so, because I believe it's hurtful, and, you know, that's being prejudiced, and that's judging them. So, you know, because each person has their own ways they practice faith and stuff, so, and I'm not prejudiced towards that. And so, what I'm trying to send, the message here, is that, you know, we need not to be prejudiced towards anybody because of race, ethnic background, faith background, economic background, and etc. Because, you know, we're all humans, and we all bleed the same color of blood. So, and that's why I don't believe in being prejudiced. And the same goes for people with disabilities. And so, like I said, you know, I don't have an issue. I'm not prejudiced towards people who are Republican, but this is what I have found, you know, them to do. And I just think it's wrong. Because we're all human. We all bleed the same color of blood. And it's not our place to judge or be prejudiced. So, if you have any comments you would like to leave, I welcome them. So, you know, all that I ask is that you're polite as to how you leave them.